Oh my God. So I haven't been on here for a while because I made a serious suicide attempt, so I've been really ill. But now I've got everything. I've got my phone and everything now, and I can come back on here. My situation is not improved. I just only wish I died. So the other day I go into a place called Dial House in Chester because people said that's good for information to help you. She promised she'd help me. It was a nice woman. She rung through the counts and everything. I said, "You're wasting your time." She agreed at the end. She was mortified and shocked. And she told me, yes, they're not going to help you. You're off their books. They said, I have to sleep rough permanently. Now, this should be illegal. But when I go to another council, the other councils say that they can't do this and it's illegal what they're doing. So will somebody please get back to me? I need a solicitor on here. Please. My email address is pinkbabybutton6@gmail.com. It's pink, the colour, baby like a baby, button like on a coat or dress, the number 6, not SIX, the number 6 @gmail.com. And if you could give me numbers for solicitors who will help in this field, who do legal aid, because I've got no money. All I want to be is dead. I mean it though. I just want to be euthanized. I really do. And I think they should pass it in Switzerland. This wouldn't be happening to me. It wouldn't be happening to me anyway there, because the people are humane. They wouldn't leave me on the streets. But the thing is, and they put you out your misery if things get too much, and it's too much. I mean, I'm ill. I've had this terrible cough, and I don't know how I'm surviving. I'm frozen. I'm standing out all night in fields, and I don't sleep. I haven't slept for months. I'm on buses trying to nod off. Everything's spinning all the time. I'm in a bad way, just waiting to die because everyone refuses to help me. Now, Chester West Council, who are corrupt and evil, Chester and Chester West, they're called, I think, council, and it's the housing options team, not the rest of the council, not the people that do roadworks and deal with different things, because they're just normal people. I don't know who they are, but these are the housing options team, especially two really evil, horrible women called Lisa and Rachel, who hate my guts. And there's loads of them in there. They're absolute bullies. Anyway, I went to this Dial House. She couldn't do anything. She told me to go to the council and complain there. So I went there, and she rung through. She couldn't get anywhere. They've only offered me the McCure. That's the rape centre. That's an old rundown hotel in a field, surrounded by other big houses and trees and sheep and things in fields. No, unless you've got a car, you can't get to any shops. You have to pay £40 in a taxi to get to Heswell from there. It's miles away. So this is how, so they said there's no food there. So you go in a manky room where all the heroin addicts are there, because that's where they dump them all, and the sex offenders and people, low lifes like that. And they put me, vulnerable person, in the middle of that. So that's why I have to die, because I can't bear it anymore. It's nice in a field, but I'm frozen and I don't feel well. I feel safe in a field because the trees are on my side and foxes are on my side and birds are on my side, and they're not planning against me like Chester West Council are. They're trying to kill me, and they had a good chance of trying to kill me. I just want to die. And remember out there, if there is anybody, I will not report you. I give you my word. You can't kill me if you contact me on the email. And if you contact me, I'll give you my phone number then. And then you can, if you promise to put me out of my misery, I'd be so grateful. I wouldn't tell anyone. Nobody would find out you'd done it. You'd be just doing me a massive favour, because I really don't want to carry on. Or if somebody has got a financial security who can help me, please help me. I know nobody cares enough, but I need somebody who's rich enough to bail me out, to put me in a home, to get me somewhere started, like it's just a small flat, something that's clean and safe. That's all I want, to be able to cope. I can't cope with this situation. They're wicked, they're evil. So anyway, today there was a woman in Chester. I was breaking down crying. She's from a church, and a very nice woman, don't get me wrong. And she said, oh, you can't possibly go in that McCure. She said, that's where they put all the drug addicts, she said, and sex offenders. She said the same thing. She said, it's disgusting, it's filthy in there, because I've been in there. She said, it's horrible. You can't be put there. It's got terrible goings on in there. You're not going there. I'll get it sorted. Don't worry. I'm getting onto them, onto the emergency line and all this. So I felt ill, and I said, look, I've got to go back to my storage unit now to get some more clothing for tonight. And I'd been there with her for a while on a bench, frozen. And she said to me, okay. And she took my number. She meant to, and she rang me back. And she spoke to them again. And she said, no, they won't do anything. So I said, you're going to leave me, so I have to stay outside then after you promised. And she said, yes, unfortunately, I'm sorry. So at the end of the day, the church don't help. Nobody helps out there. At the end of the day, they leave you to live outside. And then people wonder why I want to die. You try doing it. Any of you. All of you in your comfy homes, you get up, you lay down, especially if you're in poor health like me. I've got ME, a severely diseased arthritic hip, chronic asthma, and I've got to live in fields for the rest of my life until I die. Will somebody please send this to somebody who will care, who will help me, please? Why am I still alive? Why? I'll tell you something, there's no fucking God, because if there was a God, he would not let this happen to me. That's why all these religious people, I really hate them, they're horrible. And then there's this other devious woman called Mal. Now, she's a demon from hell. And she is a member of the Mormon church, Mormon or whatever you call it. Mormon, more like. And what's happened with her is she's nearly 80, she's in her late 70s. And she's lying to my mother, because I had this woman play a tape recording on the phone she'd recorded to me of what she'd said about me. And she said, oh, let her get raped. It would do her to be raped by heroin addicts. She's a spot brown. Talking about me, yeah? Oh my God. And to let me get raped by heroin addicts and all this. It's unbelievable. And this is what these people are like. This is how malicious they are, really. This is honestly true. I'm not lying. And she's meant to be religious. So if these are meant to be praying to God and religious, I don't want anything to do with it. Because I'm telling you, it's more like praying to Satan what they're doing. Because they're malicious, evil people. She's evil. And she said, I'm not going to let Wendy worry. I'm going to tell her that she's being very well looked after and she's fine. She just wants to lead her own life and all this. So my mother thinks I don't give a shit and I'm living my own life when I can't even fucking ring her because I've got no fucking credit. And I feel she doesn't care either, because she's done a lot of damage to me too. I mean, she's done a hell of a lot. I've been abused all my life by her and everything. I love my nanny so much, and my grandmother's dead and I miss her so much. She'd never let this happen to me. She'd be turning in her grave. She is turning in her grave. To think this is happening, if there is a life after death, I don't know about that. I like to believe in spirits and all that. And angels and stuff. We want to think like that. But where the angel is helping me, I don't know. They need to step up, that's all I'm saying, because my situation's bad. I just want you to get this to a newspaper or a TV crew or somebody who'll help me. It's Chester West Council and they're trying to kill me, and I'm serious on this. It's 100% true. They don't like me coming on here because they don't want the truth to be exposed. Because I said the truth about the 4 Future team who were on marijuana outside rooms. Because in rooms, when they had the lockdown in that hotel, it was full of drugs. The man working there, that Daniel man, told me, oh, this place is ramped with drugs. He said, there's more drugs here than a pharmacy. And they had every drug, illegal drugs and substances under the sun. And it wasn't just the homeless people. It was 4 Futures. And I saw money being passed from rolled up notes from 4 Futures to the drug addicts. And the drug addicts were giving them little parcels. And that's what happened. And I saw that on numerous occasions because I didn't mix with them. They're below my caliber. And I was coming in and out and having to deal with people like this. But I can see if nobody cares. You see, if you've got family, this really kind man on the train gave me 20 quid, and I said I don't want it because I felt ashamed taking it, but he gave it me, and he said get a hot meal. The other time he held my hand, and when somebody holds your hand, it's just that someone cares. They take your pain, they can feel it. They look in your eyes, you look at them, and they can feel your pain. And I said, I don't want to live anymore. He said, I know, sweetheart, I feel so sorry for you. He said, and then he said, we'll get a hot meal and keep hoping that something goes right. And then he's just, he said he was nearly homeless himself, but his brother wouldn't let him be, you see. Everyone says it's family, you see. Family is what looks after you in this world. And most people have big families, so when you get into a bad situation, a family will bail you out. If I had a sister or brother, that's where I'd be now. They'd be looking after me. They wouldn't leave me to die in a field of frostbite. But Chester West Council insist I die. They have refused to give me anywhere to live, because they say I am off their books now and they have no duty of care because I've refused to be raped by heroin addicts in a garden shed, and that's the reason. So now all they offer, this is the emergency team, this is a different thing, is a McCure hotel, and that is where the sex offenders, serial rapists, heroin addicts and all the riffraff are dumped in a field. So they've got them out away from everybody so they don't bother Chester, so the police don't have to deal with it, and they turn a blind eye. And she said exactly this, the woman from the church. I know exactly what's going on there. And there was a man with her who was very nice. I think it was her husband, and he said, oh, that Chester West Council is corrupt. And those were his words. Those were his words. Mind you, I've had loads of emails on here. I've been inundated with people telling me that they agree how corrupt they are, and that they know about how corrupt Four Futures are, and how terrible the housing options team in Chester West Council are, and how they're neglecting people. I mean, there's a woman on the streets today. She's been violently raped that I spoke to. And I don't know which dump they put her in, but she couldn't talk. She was so ill. She'd been violently raped, and now she's back on the streets because they put her somewhere. And then there's another woman who's got a broken leg or something I saw, and she's in a terrible state. And she told me it's terrible. They've just left her to sleep rough permanently. She's off their books now. COVID did us a massive favour, because when they had to do the lockdown, then they had to, by law, put you in a hotel, and then they kicked you out. But I was booked up to the end of June, and they got me out a week before. They rung me on the Monday morning at 9 to tell me I had to come out by 10. And I said, well, I can't move all my stuff. Nobody would help me. And they said, I said, can't you get a social worker? So, do you have one? So I said, no. Well, hard cheese. And this was as Rachel or Lisa, I can't remember, because they're two demons from Chester West Council, and they're from the Not For Future team. These are from Housing Options, and they're terrible. Do. You need a crucifix to deal with them, I'm telling you. And I say that, and I'll say it again, and that's the honest truth, because that is the truth. This is not a lie, this is not a joke, and this is what they don't like, because they hate the truth coming out. Because I might sound a bit weird or a bit bizarre in a lot of the things I'm going to say when I come out with this truth, but it is true. There are demons on earth, and a lot of them are in Chester West Council. I'm telling you, a lot of them. And they're out to destroy innocent people like me, and they're trying to kill me. They're forcing me into a situation that I can't cope with, which I can't, and I want to die. So will somebody out there please help me? Either you can give me money if you like. That would be amazing if you could. Or we could do a whip pound, because I need serious money. I mean, 20 quid here or there is great, but I do need to be put into like a hotel, or better still, a flat would be ideal. And it's just my email again. It's pinkbabybutton6@gmail.com via PayPal. I get it in the PayPal, so that's fine. You just do the email, and that'd be wonderful, because I really need money. I'm desperate. And yeah, I'm fine, thank you. And see, a car's pulling up because I'm at the side of the road. They want to know why I'm here, because nobody should be here really, and I'm going to be here under this tree all night, aren't I? So that woman was concerned about me again. But people get concerned, but then she's not going to pick me up, take me in a car and take me home and feed me and give me a bed to sleep in, is she? No. So nobody is going to help unless somebody does. You sometimes get the right person, and that's why I'm on here, hoping that the right person who wants to help me will help me. Please make this go viral. Please help me. Please help me. Oh, please kill me. I just wish I could get a cyanide tablet. Please somebody do something. Chester West Council, I'm telling you the honest truth. I went to Dial House. That woman rang today. Everybody, it's true. They have told me I have to live outside for the rest of my life until I die, and those are their words. They've told me that I have to remain outside, and that they refuse to give me any accommodation. And that's it. I'm not on their books. And I'm entitled to housing benefit, but they won't give it because I'm under them. So if I found a place, I don't know how you'd go about that. I need a solicitor. This is what I need to fight this. I'm too weak. And then even the police said they discussed it with them. Police are on my side. They said they're terrible. They told me this, the police. And he told me to lay down. This policeman told me to go in the council offices and don't budge, even lay down. He said, because you won't be arrested. We won't do anything. You've done nothing wrong. And tell them it's not a fit place for you to go, which it isn't, and you want something suitable. But I'm not that type of person. I'm not Asbowie, where I can lay down and cause a scene. I'm too weak to deal with them. When I deal with these people, they make me vomit. I can't, I'm shaking. I can't handle it all because they're so horrible to me. Please, somebody do something, step up. Please help me. Please, even if it's just killing me, because that's a relief. I'm out of it here then. I've passed on, haven't I? And if that's it, because nobody really knows 100%, but if that's it, it's great, because the suffering stopped. It's just the end. It's just like from this minute to next minute, gone. So you won't know. And if you aren't, and if you do pass on, I'll be with my nanny, then I'll be safe. I won't be homeless because I'll be in the spirit world, where it's different to this. You don't need a house there. So there you go. And she won't let anything bad happen to me again, because I'll make sure the next time, if I am reborn, and you have to do it again, that I'm in a wealthy family next time, a family where I'm going to be stable, where with stable parents, not a psychopathic mother like mine. So, I mean, you know what I mean? I make sure next time, if you have to come round again. Oh, God, I don't want to live anymore. Life is shite. Anyway, please, somebody help me. I'm just mortified. I can't believe that they said I have to live outside forevermore, and that they refused to help me. And they said I could never get any accommodation because they closed their books on me. And other councils can't take me on because they say I'm under them and what they're doing is illegal. So will somebody please get back to me on this? I thank you. I'm really desperate. I don't feel well at all. I couldn't come on here before because I've been so ill after making the suicide attempt. And then this man put me in his van, and I've been like really in a bad way for a while. Otherwise I'd have been on the video, and it's been going on for a while now. But I'm able to talk now over the last few days, and I've got my phone charged and everything. So I had my phone taken off me, confiscated it type of thing, so I wasn't any more upset. But now I've got my phone back. Anyway, will somebody please help me? Thank you.